So they say an idiot in motion will go further than a genius at rest. Now, I don't claim to be a genius, but I definitely have been kind of stuck on the sidelines, or at least that's how it feels in terms of my own stuff. I used to do online fitness coaching, and that was cool. And I was passionate about it at the time, but I don't know what it is I want to do besides YouTube. I know YouTube is the vehicle, the traffic, the passion. And this might not make any sense at all. I'm going to preface this right now. This is my second take of this. And the whole idea of this is to be just a one-take wonder. I had to pick a different spot than what I was planning. I was planning to go to this little park, but there was a bunch of people there. The vibes were vibing, but there was just too many people, and I didn't want to blow up anyone's spot, so I didn't. So we came here, and in front of me is the river, but to be honest, it's not super aesthetic. So, an idiot in motion will go further than a genius at rest. So what does that mean? It means you gotta try shit. You gotta just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And I've been wanting to do that with my personal YouTube channel here for a while. I kind of have. Again, it started out with a bunch of fitness content, how to actually lose fat, chronometer tutorials, but then it also sort of drifted into some more sort of like cinematic stuff, like my breakfast for one video, which is my most popular video on my channel, that I literally just picked up a camera and started filming and edited it and posted it that day, and it had the most views on any video that I have. And it actually turned into, I got Dehancer film emulation for free and a link to promote it. So I mean, if there's a lesson in any of that, it's just try stuff and see what happens. And that's more what I want to do with this channel going forward. I have my other golf channel, which is pretty specific, right? It's about golf, all things golf, film my rounds, my what's in the bag. But over here, I don't know, I got into this headspace of like, it kind of grew as one thing, and people knew me for one thing. People don't fucking know me. I have 940 subscribers at the time of filming this, and I was looking at my analytics because Alexander the Create, who's got me doing this video series, this video challenge, whatever you want to call it, he was talking about the different kinds of viewers, like the casual viewers, the regular viewers, and I forget what the third one was called. But essentially, especially on this channel, I had a terrible distribution. Everyone's a casual viewer. No one knows me. No one knows who I am. I might have a couple videos with a couple thousand views, but they don't know me. And so I've pigeonholed myself into thinking that I have to do one thing, when in reality, I can do whatever I want. So some things that I want to do and that I'm going to do, I'm going to continue doing videos like this until the internet bullies me into not, because I'm just ranting here and there's no clear process. And is anyone even watching this? If you're watching this, go ahead and just comment right now with the timestamp at whatever this video is. I'm sure there's no one watching this. So why do I care? So who cares? Who cares? Like I said, this is my second take on this, on a, it's supposed to be a one take kind of thing, but no one's watching this. That's the attitude I gotta have, because realistically, that's the case. So some things I want to talk about, not necessarily here today, but some other things that I've just been brewing in the back of my mind that I give a shit about, that I want to talk about, and hopefully find people that give a shit about it too. Number one, this is like kind of just random, small, and niche, but Apple RAW photos. editing them in Lightroom, but you don't use the Apple Pro Raw profile. You switch it to the Adobe, and the pictures come out so much better. Like, it literally looks like they're fire. I'll have to do a tutorial. And if you want that, let me know down below if you're watching this. And even if you don't, it's happening. I'm gonna make that video on that. I also want to talk about AI, because I'm pretty plugged into that at the moment, using Claude Code to do everything, you know, from creating some skills and workflows for my YouTube job that has made my life so much easier, from ideas to scripting to even just like file organization, and just giving, you know, Claude Code one shot go, giving it access to the terminal in your computer to do anything and everything. Fire. I've built an app with it, which that's also something else I'll be talking about. So I'm just going crazy here. I don't give a fuck. I was talking about some videos that have done well for me in the past on this channel, and the one was the Breakfast for One. That's my highest performing video. My second highest performing video, I believe, is me talking about my Notion health and fitness template called Project Reset. And that was cool. That, you know, like I said, I've done some online coaching and stuff in the past, which was high ticket, you know, a couple $1,000s, you know, per client. And that was always awesome. And making those sales was great, but then you had to deliver the service. And so, you know, again, which was cool, and that was what I signed up for. But Project Reset, a health and fitness Notion template that I sold for $99, whenever one of those sales came through, oh my goodness, that was the coolest internet money ever made. You just wake up to seeing money in your Stripe account. Like, that is sick. So I'm landing this plane, sorta. With Claude Code, I was able to turn that into an app. And it's not called Project Reset anymore, because someone in the app store took that. And also, I kind of wanted to pivot away from it anyways. So it's not called Access. And if you're interested, go ahead, check out the link in the description. I'll go ahead and put a link in there. At the time of recording right now, it's in beta. So you have to download something called Test Flight in the App Store, where you can go ahead and download beta versions, and that's what this is. But essentially what it has is you can create workout programs. I've also put some workout programs in there for you, where you can schedule them throughout the week. It will show up on your Apple Calendar, which is kind of cool. So you can schedule stuff that way. And then you can build your workouts in there. You can track your workouts in there. And I've used a lot of these different apps with my online fitness coaching, and I didn't like any of them. There was things that I liked from each of them. You know, like everything in life, they had their strengths and their weaknesses. But I was able to sort of take what I liked and what I didn't like from some of those and build my own. So that was cool. So it's got the workout stuff. So you can build programs, build in individual workouts, track those individual workouts. It's got like rep counters, rest timers. You know, you want to increase your weight by 10%. There's a little button for that. It's pretty cool. There's also a like nutrition section, and instead of being something like a MyFitnessPal or a chronometer or something like that, where there's a database for foods and stuff, or even what I see is really popular right now is like just AI pictures. So you take a picture of your food and then AI sort of guesstimates what it's at. It's none of that. It's even more basic and elementary, which I think is better, because it's palm portioning. And in my experience, obviously tracking everything to the gram and using something like MyFitnessPal or chronometer is ideal. It's gonna be the most accurate, but it's also the biggest barrier to entry. So something like palm portioning can be very useful. And this has just a very basic palm portioning tracker that you can go ahead and just, you know, do your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and do like half a portion, 1.5 portions of that, and then it does the guesstimated calories for that. Is it perfect? No, but it's where we're at right now. What else do we have in here? There's a habit tracker, so you can create habits and track them daily, and there's a streak in there. There is a calorie calculator, so you can go ahead and just calculate your calories based on your, you know, age, height, weight, activity level, all that stuff. And what's cool about all this is it works It syncs to an account and is in a database, but then it also stores on your phone. So if your gym doesn't have great service or whatever the case is, it will go ahead and backup sync all that stuff for you. And I think it looks pretty fucking sick. I think it's great. If you want to check it out, it's called Axis. There'll be a link down in the description. But these are some projects and things that I want to work on. And I guess what's my whole goal here? One, I just like YouTube and I want to make videos. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a fucking video. And two, I want to make money on the internet. There, I said it. I think there's part of me that felt like that was icky or yucky to say. And that's a me problem. I gotta work on that. Guess what? Everyone wants to make internet money, whether they admit it or not. It's the coolest time to be alive in that sense. So yeah. Like I said, I just don't know how to do that right now. And again, my brain just defaults to the online fitness coaching model because I've lived in that world. I've practiced that world. I've done a lot of courses and stuff that teach that. And there's part of me that wants to go back to that, but then there's part of me that feels like an imposter. There's part of me that's like, I left that for a reason. So yeah. There's also a part of me that wants to do like a course and make videos like this that, you know, talk about the general lesson and we, you know, promote it down in the link in the description. But then there's also part of me that like, dude, there's ChatGPT, there's Claude Code for all that. Like, why can't people just go figure it out? And then I realized that not everybody knows about that. And not everybody can hear it in my perspective. And I also tell myself that everything has already been said. You just got to say it in your own voice. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Like I said in my first video, you know, I used to script everything and I'd read from a teleprompter, and you know, there's a time and a place for that, but I think it really sort of crippled me in a sense. This thing internally recording? Hope so. How's this sound right now? It's a little windy, but I'm gonna see how it sounds just straight out of here. I'm also recording in 32-bit float. Again, more cool stuff I want to talk about, just cool tech gear. Here we are recording on the Sony FX30, Sigma 17 to 40. Currently we're at 17 millimeters, f1.8. The other day, the first video, we were at 40 millimeters, a little more punched in. We were sitting here at a picnic table. I figured this way would look better than this way. I don't even know if you can see that, but, or if it's in focus or anything. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I think we're about to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. If anyone watched this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you're working on down in the comments. Let me know if you want to get started with Axis. And have a great day. Peace.